Hey, what is going on, fellow truth seekers, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Okay, where are we today? Back in the doghouse.
It seems that we can't meet with him at the moment.
Oh no, I thought we left it somewhere decent.
He's being briefed about his appearance in court tomorrow, apparently.
Damn it, we're almost out of time. I see. Yes, the trial is only a day away. Alright then, let's come back later. Damn it all to hell and back. Yes! I really hope he's not answering any more questions with inappropriate textbook answers like, yes I do. Yeah, wasn't it all he knew was yes I do and fine, thank you, or something like that. Right. Scene of the crime? Maybe the police have left. Ooh. Doesn't seem like it. The snowman. I'm calling it now. Okay, maybe. Maybe we'll learn a bit about the case? Denied. Sholmes, are you home? No? Gary Deb. What? Damn. Okay, I suppose we should start from the top. Damn, no automatic cutscenes. Okay, we can look a bit left and right. Doesn't seem to do much. Have a look at the old desk.
This must be the Lord Chief Justice desk. I believe it's made of marble.
It looks more like an over-the-top tombstone that's toppled over to me.
I think that's your fanciful imagination at work again.
It feels like everything that's normally made of wood and paper at home is made of bricks and stone here.
I know, that's why this place feels so overbearing, I'm sure.
Meh, that'll do. Next. Okay, I think we have checked this bike. Yeah. I assume we've still done that. Yeah. Okay. I guess. Yeah, all we could do was move there. I couldn't even examine. Come on, Sholmes, where you at? Ah, we can look right. Aha! Got it. Iris is hard at work at her desk. Look, she's tapping away on her typewriter so fast her fingers are a blur.
Sorry, I can't stop. I have to meet the deadline for the next issue.
Oh, I see. You must be very busy then.
Don't disturb her.
I won't, so you can lower your arms now, please. Do not judo throw me. Damn it. Probably no need to examine too much in here, you never know. Ah, she's taking a break.
Ah, that's my blackboard where I note down ideas.
Black Peter? What does that mean?
Ooh, how intriguing. It must be the title of Iris's latest work. Oh my, I wonder what fantastic tale awaits us.
She looks like an angel, but I bet she's dreaming of the most grisly crime you could imagine.
It's a case that Hurley solved just recently. A black cat called Peter went missing in the neighbourhood. Hurley tracked it down at the fishmonger's in the end.
A great deduction, a cat that loves fish.
Well, I can't wait for the story to be published.
Damn, we didn't check any of that. What's the shoe? I do like this fireplace. It's one of the best things I've seen since we arrived in the country, in fact. Lingering beside the fire and watching the flames flicker and dance in the grate. Ah, it's so relaxing.
We can't relax, not when there are so many interesting things on the mantelpiece. Oh, it's just as it was described in the stories.
It is?
Yes, exactly. Inside that Persian slipper, for example, are my chocolates for 11s. And transfixed by that large jackknife is my shopping list for the market.
She's spoiling everything.
Oh, it's not quite how I remember it being described in the book.
Poor girl, she looks crushed. What is all this?
A mystery shoe, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing men, a bust of Napoleon. Ah, what an entrancing collection.
This is the first time in my life that I've seen a lonely old shoe displayed as an ornament.
Oh, those are all mementos that he's collected from his past cases.
Really? Even the bust?
Yes, that's right. When the mood takes him, he likes to throw it on the floor and smash it to dust.
The poor defenceless emperor. He destroys it.
Yes, and then he buys a new one.
You make it sound like he has the temperament of an insane sculptor.
Ah, how entrancingly bohemian of him.
Damn.
I
get a feeling. Yeah, all we can do is examine stuff. What on earth is this huge over-the-top machine?
That's the great analytoscope. It can analyse anything, really. Anything at all. That's absolutely incredible. It's one of his inventions. It took him a whole year. He said it was to help him with his investigations.
He cheats and uses a computer. No wonder he gets everything wrong.
What sort of things has he analysed of it? Do you know? Well, actually, he hasn't used it for anything yet.
Oh, it's just his general mentality then.
Oh.
Why not?
Apparently, on the evening he finally completed it, it suddenly occurred to him, I don't actually have anything I need to analyse. Oh dear. How about you, Runo? Do you have anything you'd like to analyse?
Oh, here we go! The only thing that springs to mind is this machine itself. What? No, I thought it was going to be like, cool, now you can shove gimmicks in. Damn it all, to hell and back. Okay, we got a map. Which doesn't seem to be doing much. What about this? Okay, the sum of 2 shillings for a picture, a meal, and some yearnings. Oh no, the title of 3 books, my bad. Damn. What about... Yeah, I guess... the letters? Why are there all those bullet holes up in the wall up there? Was he trying to shoot a pestry fly or something?
He would never do something so reckless.
No.
Those are the letters VR, standing for Victoria Reina. It's Latin for Queen Victoria.
So you mean he shot the Queen into the wall? That heretic! That heathen!
In a moment of boredom, he adorned the wall with a patriotic sign, that's all, as pistol practice.
Right, that makes perfect sense now. What does his landlord think? And his neighbour?
It's exactly as it's described in the stories. Oh, this is delightful.
I'm not sure that the real explanation is any less reckless than shooting at a fly, personally.
It's patriotic. Patriotic!
Okay. Right, violin and then we're out, I guess. Although we have got potions to the left. Ah, I've seen pictures of Western musical instruments like this. It's called a violin, isn't it?
Of course it is. He's renowned for his violin playing.
Oh, really?
That's right. I just sort of slipped that in.
You did what, Iris?
I didn't really give it a lot of thought and just started adding it into the stories.
Uh-oh.
Yes. His exceptional violin playing has been mentioned a number of times. But the truth is, he'd barely touched a violin in his life up to that point. Oh. Of course, people started asking him to play for them after my stories were published, and he wasn't able to tell them that he didn't know how. What did he do? He went straight to the pawn shop and bought himself a very nice violin, And then he practiced until his fingers very nearly dropped off.
Must be why he's so highly strung. Stop that now.
Before I knew it, he'd become rather good. The greatness of the great detective really shone with that experience, I think.
It was a great deception, that's for sure. Hey, you can't select the potions. Good stuff. And we are out of there. Examine. Yeah. Oh, we did all this, didn't we? Damn. Uniform potentially is hanging up. That uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it?
It's clearly been well looked after, though.
I don't think. Not much better than rags, really. Oh? Or that ceremonial garb at my retirement bash, you know. But I'm not one for dwelling on the past me. Would have gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. Anyway, it doesn't hurt to have the odd piece of memorabilia lying around, does it?
Oh, I see.
Perhaps we should leave the past in the past. Okay. The cannon. Did we not examine the cannon? What's going on there? That's a full-size cannon. What's it doing in here?
Oh my, it's real. I thought it might be a replica.
That old thing? It's little more than a toy. Sorry? The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Now that's reckless. Never know when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon about the house. Really? It isn't overkill? Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy. That is nuts, though. If you're not on the ground floor, that's so much weight to just have above your neighbour.
Do you think there may be trouble brewing?
Always is. Take Joan here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Drives them over the barrel, you see. They drive very well on the cannon there, Joan tells me, which rather proves my point, I feel. It's been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head in shame. Not, books? Could it be? I notice you have a pile of books here. Do you enjoy reading? Ever experienced the London winter, boy? The nights are long. No better way to pass the time than in front of the fire with a jolly good book.
Oh, there's a copy of Rant's magazine here, I see. No doubt he enjoys the book too.
The great detective has a great many followers, it would seem. Okay. Still can't chat to him. And can't present. Next. We can't do anything here, right? Oh! We didn't press right! Oh, how much damn time did we... No! Well, we found him. Look at all those books stacked up there. They almost reach the ceiling.
They're all works of English literature, and they all smell so musty.
Didn't they say that before with the other two piles?
No, what a dreamy idea.
A bad dream, maybe, for me at least. Mind you, I don't imagine the book that's at the bottom of the... What? Why aren't they talking about him? What? It was a tiny bit to the right.
Ah, look!
Aha, there he is. Where did he appear from? He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book.
I hope you won't mind if we disturb him. Hello?
Damn, that was quick. Ah, you two. Good day. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met?
Oh, we were together on the SS...
Booyah! Yes, of course, the Booyah! And let me see what happened on that voyage. It It was Kazuma! He died tragically, you bastard! How did you forget? But you were a great help to us. Ah, yes, but of course, that case. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it?
Oh. Well, you seem to remember something of it, at least. Has he just read his own book? What an honour to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes. This is Mr.
Oh, no, my dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic.
Okay.
Oh, wrong way round, mate. Mr. Susato, what?
Try the other way round, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, ha, ha, I lose the first round.
This guy again.
In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London, but some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes.
So they apprehended him in that short an amount of time?
I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little.
A little?
It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom, you know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet. I love that damn book.
Please, there's no need to quote yourself.
I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately, my associate pens them beautifully.
He means Iris, I suppose. We have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned.
Goodness, what an earnest expression! My dear madam, I should be only too pleased, and this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case.
Yeah, right.
Let's converse. Arrest.
We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes.
And why have you bricked up his windows? You criminal scum!
But the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road.
Yes, I believe it was a name rather along those lines.
But he denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little?
Here we go. I'm sorry, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean.
What? I can't believe he was looking her squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance.
I assure you, I am not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension.
Oh? How?
I assure you, I have no recollection of accusing your stooped compatriot of the crime.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene.
Ah, a man seen fleeing.
There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say?
Ah, he said it.
I believe there is a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question.
So you don't think he is the culprit then?
That I could not tell you, but it was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here.
He was just sat in a corner reading. He doesn't care if this guy goes to prison or not.
However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in bibliophily. Bibliophily. Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no.
Oh dear.
Well, that's fruitless. Ah, tell me, have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yes, a retired military man.
It was the first time I've ever met a soldier from the great British institution that is the services.
And it was the first time I've ever met a maid from the great British institution that is service. Ha! I didn't think it was that funny. I do apologise. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid.
Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer.
And so conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein.
Betoken their social standing? Sorry.
Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family.
Goodness, how extraordinary!
As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea, and it is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically in the retired army veteran.
Oh?
Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Yep. Well, it may well be the maid's hiding something, who knows? But she seems like the controlling one. But we might be able to get him to blab if we can get her to leave. Or get him in court is the only way. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain. I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say. Come on. The dingy room. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later. Oh man, yeah, you can't live in a room without a window, man. That's bad for you.
He stabbed no one.
Ah, but sooner or later, as I said.
I don't believe that's the issue here.
About this dark little room. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window. Of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks. Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. Window tax? What is that? Oh man, yeah, that's hella old school.
Surely not a tax on windows?
Precisely that.
Oh my goodness!
Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home perhaps, rapidly closed windows up, while the rich opened windows here, there and everywhere, in an effort to curry favour with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. That is awful.
How awful and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light.
Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So, some 40 years ago or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. Yeah man, you don't want them rickets. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example.
I suppose his stipend for living here in London,
Oops, wrong voice, isn't very generous perhaps. It would appear so. I've done a little digging and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price.
Because the room is so awful, I should think.
Apparently he only moved in here about a week ago. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation.
Oh?
Still, that is of little relevance here, a matter not worthy of further attention. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Oh, we're fading into something. Well, I believe I've told you all I can now. Nice, guys. So we finally got to where we need to go, but I think we'll leave it here. Unfortunately, we may well end up slightly lost, like we did at the start of this episode, but we will poke our nose around and see what mischief we can get into. So, guys, the only thing that remains to be said is... Damn, that's a bad time to have a brain fart. Yeah, that's it. If you like the looks of any of the suggested videos flooding your screen at this very second, check some of them out, and more importantly, let me know what you thought. Because you know I need that great Ace Attorney Chronicles feedback, baby. If you've missed any of the adventures so far, then catch up. But of course, guys, as always, I hope you're well. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.